Before I get started with today's episode, I just wanted to make a really important announcement. This Friday, we will be releasing the very first bit of content on our brand new YouTube channel, TheNewbys Explore. Please head over and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you turn on notifications because we won't be releasing content on that channel as frequently as we do here. On Friday, we'll be releasing a question and answer episode all about why we're starting a second YouTube channel, what it's going to be all about, what will happen to this channel. So if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them. But for now, on with the show. In the very early hours of this morning, there was an arrival on the farm. Some friends have come to stay who you will all recognise because they've been here before. We didn't see them because they literally got here at 2 o'clock in the morning. We like to think of ourselves as good hosts, but not that good. We left the key in the door, everything they need for a cup of coffee this morning, and we're looking forward to seeing them when they emerge, I'm sure, shortly. We're also really looking forward to showing them around the farm this time because a lot has changed. We're also really excited to show you guys the finished deck. John's just got a few very small finishing touches to do to make the roof completely waterproof, but the actual deck itself is finished and it looks incredible. We're so proud of it. We are also going to take you to a little secret spot we found, which is so close to the farm you won't even believe it. But for now, first things first. This little one was awake for quite a lot of last night, so coffee. Coffee's ready. The birds are beautiful this morning, aren't they?
1 year of picking bamboo shoots almost every single day so that the bamboo stops photosynthesizing. And I think we're almost there. Most of it's died now.
Amazing.
Lots of bamboo died and it's not growing and died.
Is it the bamboo?
Yeah.
Why is it not growing and died? Because you've been picking it.
Yeah, just cutting it. And 6 coffees.
6 coffees? Do Mum and Dad need 6 coffees today?
That's because of you boys keeping us up all night.
All night long, you two. Hey?
Mummy,
Yes.
I cut bamboo and the ambulance cut lots.
High five, my boy. Who's here? Can you remember? Can you remember their names? Hey?
What's it playing?
You hold a smile, I'll hold your hand. Take this love around the world. Don't mind those crows buzzing around your head. Nothing's gonna hurt your girl. I believe we're here for a while, then we die. I believe this love is stronger than you and I. Let's take the Jeep alone to my dad. I know just the thing to do.
You boys off down to the deck?
Don't mind the Lord on
I'll come in a second, okay? I'm just going to take the coffee mugs inside the house. Are you taking baby digger?
For a while, then we die.
I'll see you there.
But I believe this love is stronger than you and I believe we're here for a while, then we die.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to show you that finished deck. It's so beautiful. We were sat there last night. Well, yesterday evening, the boys were playing on the lawn. We were comfortably sat. It's just such a beautiful space to be in, and it was exactly why we built it, so that we would, you know, be able to spend some really nice, comfortable time down on the lawn while the boys play. Trampoline is just there. It's just worked out really, really well. Still no sign of life. I'm glad they're having a good sleep in. Right. Get these back in here. Go and join my boys on the trampoline. Still on the hunt for bamboo, are you?
Yeah, I am.
You literally look like a cat on the prowl.
Is it? I've got a bunch.
Oh dear.
There's not much left to get, you see, so it's more of a search than it is anything else.
I was just thinking, should we show everyone around the deck before our mates wake up?
Yeah, let's do that. It's about time. It's almost finished. Just a few bits and pieces left to do. But I think we could say, for the intents and purposes of the video, that section is completed, and well, the next time we come down and start working on that for a video anyway is probably going to be when we start building the kitchen part of it.
Can't wait.
Yeah, let's go have a look around. I think the bamboo's under control.
Also, a quick moment to appreciate the magic of that. Two little... You're having fun? Two little best of mates playing on the trampoline. Love it.
Alright, so it's coming. Are you staying in? Oh, she's got a bit of a wet bum there, boy. Alright, so the original idea and design of this deck area here was to put a kitchen at the top there. And like I've just said, we will be doing that in the future. We've got lots of big projects just about to start. And this project down here is going to be put on hold. It's a great place to stop. Well, the last time I built something like this, it was a van called Safari. And it was one of those projects that I just got a bit carried away with lots of curves and lots of designs and lots of angles. I've done the same here. We've got loads of curves here, nice rounded seating area that sort of sits nicely in the middle of these huge pine trees right here. Over time, these pieces of wood will all go grey and they'll soften and they'll settle. We went for shingles, wooden shingles for the roof, which is great, 1 centimetre thick pine, chopped 40 centimetres by 25 centimetres, 30 centimetres sometimes. So those have worked out really well. We will eventually put some hinges on the lids of these seating areas, so there'll be boxes underneath, we can access that. We've also tried really hard to make sure that we get the granite stone and the trees all blending together. There's a nice pathway here. We've got some tile inlays there as well. And this pathway will eventually lead up to a nice big table there where we'll all be having our lunches, suppers. And we've kept this stone here as a step. So again, it's just using the materials that we have around us and blending everything in. And we've put a few finishing touches here and there. My two favourite pieces on this build, well, of course I love the roof, but inside the roof we've put this light here. And if you look from a distance at night time, we've leveled this light just low enough so that you can see it underneath the roof. I mean, it almost looks, I don't want to say spaceship, but it feels really cool, like with this orange glow just a little bit lower than this roof. And of course the roof is, you know, it took such a long time to build. We've got an upside down W there, and at this end we've just got a V. So the hard bit was trying to get from a V to a W without leaving any gaps in the roof for rain to come down. But we managed it. Tara had this idea with the plants and the old barrel rings. So
Darling, I say this about every project of yours, but I think this one is your masterpiece.
That's kind. It's not finished yet. Like a lot of things on this farm, never get finished. But like I say, I think for now, we're pretty much done down here. And thanks very much for everybody that's been following the journey on this particular build. We'll keep you updated. And of course, look out for next spring when we can start building out of stonework. I think that's the idea at the moment. To build an epic kitchen and a pizza oven and a nice big table right there.
So as we sat here last night, I got really excited about decorating, because that's the, you know, for me, that's the bit where I can come in. So like John mentioned, I added in these barrel rings into the view, which I think just, I don't know, it just frames it really beautifully, and you get these really interesting shapes and contours as you look through them. So let me tell you what I've put in, because some of these things are really special. This is a piece of driftwood which has been hanging outside the derelict house for I don't know how long. It was from the previous owners, and it was always hanging on a pink shoelace outside our house. And I walked past it yesterday and I thought, you know what, that needs a new spot. So we've just wedged it in between the pine trees, and it kind of, I don't know, it just makes a little interesting feature there. We then have put these little tea light holders all around. They're glued. Those are made out of cow horn, and I bought them in Tanzania years ago. It's lovely that they've got a home. We've got the IKEA lights that John put up reluctantly but now loves. A little wind chime given to us by a very dear friend Charlotte in the UK. More of these lovely tiles from Morocco that John's inset into the wood around. This is an old jug that we found in the Knott garage when we got here. We bought this lovely, lovely lamp, which we need a candle for, in the Algarve, actually, and a big fan of that. And then this sweet little chicken comes from Zimbabwe. We bought that in Victoria Falls when Crusoe went to see Victoria Falls for the first time. So there's some really special pieces here, and it just, I don't know. We're just bloody delighted, aren't we, love?
We are, yeah. It's been a fun project. I'm delighted that we've got to a place where we can be like, okay, you know, let's go and
Draw
do
a line in
something
the
else.
sand for a bit, isn't it? Yeah. Well done, you.
Yeah. What's on the other side of that wall?
Do you know what? Sometimes I just don't understand what happens. Well, I do understand what happens. Life happens. So anyway, our friends eventually woke up yesterday. They're still here. But we didn't actually film anything more yesterday because we were all just catching up. But, as I say, they're still here. So, they've just let the chickens out for us and we're making pancakes. Is it exciting, buddy? Hey? Good morning. Thank you. Pancakes.
Cakes. Oh my goodness. Oh, I guess you're not so excited yet.
Oh, hello, little squidge.
Hello.
Little squidge. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Okay, like Tara said this morning, we were supposed to do this last night or yesterday evening, but we just got carried away doing other bits and pieces and other things, and I'm not sure where the day went, but here we are. We're off for a nice walk this morning. It's beautiful. You know, we are heading into, well, we are in October, And here we are just wandering out for a morning swim to the local river. It's going to be about 26, 27 degrees centigrade today. That's why I love Portugal, because, well, in the UK, it's just jolly cold right now.
Come on then. Where are we going, Crusoe?
Up there.
Up there.
Crusoe, are you going to swim?
Yeah.
You are?
I dive in the water.
Okay, that'll be cool.
I dive
Crusoe's looking very trendy today, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. Who's going?
Wake him up with a cold dip in the river. Perfect.
Yeah. Big one. Okay, Emma, where was the last place you went for a wild swim?
Oh, wild swim. Actually, we recently got back from a road trip in the US,
Okay,
and we went swimming in the river in Colorado.
really?
Yes.
What, the actual Colorado River?
I'm not sure if it was or not, but it was really interesting because the river was freezing cold.
Okay,
But alongside the river, they had these little pockets of hot springs. So you
okay.
could go in between them, which
Is
is
it-
really interesting. It's not something you come across that often in Europe. So
Well, I suppose, if it's too chilly as well, then you get warmed up in the hot spring.
exactly,
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
yeah,
Well, this will be a bit different because I think it's just cold.
yeah. Okay.
Full stop. I'm wondering, Crusoe's usually the first one in, but it might be a bit early for him. We'll see. We will see.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's really beautiful around here. Well, you know, it's one of those things where you could say it's kind of easy to forget how beautiful the place that you live in it actually is because you
Yeah.
live there. But I'm constantly awed by the landscapes around here. It's truly beautiful, and there's so much inspiration to be had from the buildings and from the mountains around us, from the vineyards.
Yeah, the fact that you can walk here 10 minutes from your house, 5 minutes from your house is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Straight out the back door.
Yeah,
If we'd have taken a shortcut,
yeah.
quite literally the lawn
Oh,
and the terrace comes out onto this onto this
amazing.
street. Yeah.
You've got such a good playground for your kids as
Oh
well.
man, they're gonna get lost out here.
Yeah, they don't know how lucky they are.
We're gonna have to get some of those tracking apps, you know,
Yeah,
the Apple tags or something,
Yeah,
and sew them into the.
or an ankle tag.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, we're gonna lose them out
Yeah.
there. But yeah, it's pretty special for sure.
Look at my mud.
Mud, yeah. What kind of footprints are in the mud? Crusoe, can you see the footprints? Yeah, what kind of footprints do you think they are?
Horse's footprints.
They could be, but a horse's footprint looks a bit like a U. A U shape, different shape.
Look, mud.
Mud.
Where does it come from?
Well, soil and water makes mud mostly.
There's got chicken down there.
Okay, let's go check.
So, we haven't actually done a proper introduction, but if Alex and Emma and Noah are new to you guys, they are the Travel Beans. We met them a couple of months ago now. I think it's 3 or 4 months ago they came to visit us for the first time, and it's just amazing to reconnect all these months later, show them what's going on the farm, and share this lovely walk with them, which we discovered.
Oh, seeds.
It's really cool here, love. This whole thing is like an old barn.
Yeah, look at that. It's just covered in brambles.
just noticed. I just thought it was
What a
bushes
place.
I was like, what?
hidden away.
It was the gate, like where Emma's standing, underneath that gate. Archway gate thing.
What are you thinking, Alex?
I'm just in love with all the potential. Just when we're here, the mind just starts whirring and just constantly coming up with things that you could do. I'm not even into renovating, and I just want to renovate everything here.
That's it, yeah. You know, you guys are probably like a lot of people that watch our channel, actually.
Yeah.
You know, you're watching because, or people watch because of the inspiration that could be found in properties like this,
Yeah.
and pieces of land like this. you
Yeah.
know.
It looks like so small and manageable. You could just really imagine just clearing this, and instantly you have a completely different place.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, trim some of that. Got a beautiful view. There's water. There's everything.
Yeah.
It's very special.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
live in a lovely place.
Yeah, it's huge.
Enormous.
Backup plan, Emma.
Yeah.
Alex just said maybe we'll just buy this place. Then imagine the bedlam our boys would put up to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we've talked about this a few times before in Q&A sessions. What does it really take to come to Portugal and buy yourself a house and buy yourself a property, that dream? Basically, you're just purchasing a dream, right? Yeah. And the answer always comes down to one thing, really. It's kind of a just do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
See the potential.
bet,
You've been saying
yeah,
that recently.
yeah, bet on yourself. Bet that you can do it. Believe that you can.
We don't have any experience doing this.
Right.
But I know that if we decided to do it, we could do it.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that you can learn pretty much everything, and if you can't, you can find someone that knows how to do it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Or somebody's going to teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
But the benefits of it in the end is, you know, what's that old Buddhist mantra about purpose, having a real purpose in life. You know, when you've got a project, the kind of scale that something like that behind us would be,
Yeah.
or something like what we're doing at the moment,
Yeah.
you know, it gives you purpose
Yeah,
for
you
a
got-
really long time.
Absolutely. Yeah, very fulfilling.
So on the subject of all these conversations about properties and renovations and all the rest of it, Alex and Emma are here on a bit of a journey. They came the first time, looked at a couple of properties with the mind to perhaps embarking on this kind of journey in the future. So if you're interested, head on over to their channel. In their episode, which they released a couple of days ago, we answered a few questions about what it's like to live in Portugal.
Gnarly questions. They were difficult questions, weren't they? What was one of the questions? Alex, you asked us, what's the worst thing about living in Portugal? What a hard question to answer that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're interested in what the worst thing is,
Links up here.
Take a look.
Give it a click and go and check them out.
Yeah, we're trying to find out why we shouldn't move here.
Yeah.
Because we really want to, so we need to try and find a balanced side of the argument.
It's
Because at the moment
important.
it seems overwhelming, like we should do this.
Well, we think you should.
Yeah.
sometimes the answer is just right there for you.
Yeah,
You
true.
know, sometimes that overwhelming, you should just do it, is kind of like, that's the answer, man.
Yeah.
I think you guys will probably end up taking that plunge and heading on over and having an adventure.
Yeah, I think so. In some form, we will be
Yeah.
coming here.
So I was really excited to bring you guys here because I know in your property search in Portugal,
Yeah.
like being near a river and being near water is something that's
It's kind
really
of like our
important.
dream.
Yeah.
The reason we're kind of looking here is that you can get riverside properties compared to back home. It's very difficult, and there's so many,
Yeah.
and they're so raw.
And we've not seen this river yet. So
No,
we spent a lot of time on, is it the
Mondego River.
Mondego River?
Okay.
Yeah, so it would be really nice to see a different river.
A different
entirely.
river.
Yeah.
This is a little one. Like it's not like a big river like the one we saw in your video. But it's really, really pretty. And it's like, so if we weren't walking toddler pace and filming pace, it would take probably 10 minutes from our
Oh,
door
wow.
to get down here,
Nice.
which is mega.
Yeah.
It
So
smells lovely out here as well.
it's
like
lovely and
mint.
fresh, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there
yeah.
is like underfoot all the mint and
Ooh.
there's often like lavender and rosemary growing wild and
Yeah, I think the videos
beautiful.
never can capture what it's really like to be in these places. There's something, there's an energy, a vibe, a smell, the air,
the birds, peace,
the children.
the children, the lack of peace.
That's it.
Oh dear. Come on.
Right, first glimpse of that river behind us. Let's go find out who's going to go for a swim. I can't get through.
It's like
Yeah,
okay.
are we through?
There you go. Well done.
All right, I think this is surely the place. Imagine, I mean, you know, like Tara said earlier, this is literally a 10-minute walk from our back garden. It's a very special place. I think we'll be coming here quite a lot in the future. Are you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
All right, looks like it might just be me and you, darling. I can't wait. Okay, the little man's decided he's coming in too.
Oh, it's no warmer the second time you go in. I don't know why. I feel like I just want to go for a swim across that pool. This is just so beautiful. We are so lucky to live where we do. And then the more we discover around us, the luckier we feel. And to be able to share it with friends, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it?